Hi, I'm Kim Daniels, co-host of the Parker Daniels Show. Give a shout out to my co-host Anthony Parker, who is on the sidelines today. He's letting me handle this one. He said I gotta be a big girl today, so I'm gonna try and be a big girl, and I'm gonna handle this one by myself. Anyway, but today we have with us a young gentleman who has gone through a lot. He has been through some turmoils. He has came through, and we're gonna get his story, and we're gonna see what kind of struggles and things, obstacles he has overcome. So please watch and see and listen to my friend Marcus. How you doing today, Marcus?
I'm blessed and highly favored, Miss Kim. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Wonderful.
And stuff. Marcus, tell us just a little bit about yourself, your personal life, your personal history, where you're from, and that kind of thing.
Certainly. Hi, everyone. My name is Marcus Evans. I'm originally from Northern Louisiana, native Northern Louisiana, from a small town called Clayton, Louisiana, near Natchez, Mississippi, for those who are kind of familiar with the vicinity. I am 45 years old. I have no children. I live by myself, and I am a victim of a shotgun incident which occurred back in September of 1997,
Okay.
which rendered me totally blind.
Okay. Prior to '97 and stuff, you and everything before, while you were fully sighted then prior
Yes.
to '97.
Yes.
Okay. What kind of life were you living back then? If you can explain to us before the accident happened.
Well, I ventured off. I went to college at first, straight out of high school, played football and sports and athletic during high school, and went to college and saw college just wasn't the venture for me at that point in time in life. For some reason, I wanted the easy way out of life, so I ended up in the street life, selling drugs. Street pharmacist is what I call it, and caught up in a couple of gangs and different sects and different sector of people that most people wouldn't be involved in.
Right.
But and for the likes of myself, as intellectual and intelligent as I am, I shouldn't have been there neither.
Right.
But I ended up there and had a good run with it. I had a lot of possessions, cars, a couple of houses, a lot of money. But then I ended up getting shot in the face with a 12-gauge shotgun, point blank range.
Wow.
Yeah. And I almost died throughout that, but I came through it through the grace of God. And I had the opportunity to recover for a couple of months. Then I went to the School for the Blind in Ruston, Louisiana Center for the Blind to be exact. That's why I gained all my familiarity with blindness training, orientation, mobility, utilizing speech technology for computers and different, forms of accessibility.
Okay.
And
So you are completely blind then, or do you have a little bit of light perception still?
No, I'm totally blind. I don't even have real eyes.
You don't even have real eyes.
No, I have prosthetic eyes.
Oh wow. Okay. I did not know that. And stuff. And we've worked together for over a year now, and I never knew.
Exactly.
And stuff. Now, am I to assume though that the shooting was from your lifestyle that you were living? Or
Yeah, of course.
Was it accidental or?
Well, you can kind of say it's both from the lifestyle I was living in, both accidental. A distant cousin of mine was out there on drugs real bad, and he and I had kind of gotten to a small altercation about a week or so prior to this happening. And the night that it transpired, I made a little transaction with some other people I know that, on drugs and stuff. And the guy came in and he wanted me to, give him a little, something on the side for bringing, the
Right.
money to me. And of course, I didn't find that reasonable enough to do. And I kind of brushed him off and sent him out of my way. And, he got mad. And I turned my head for a second to do something. And I noticed that he was stealing out of my pack, right? And me and him got into a little ruffle there. And I kind of roughed him up a little bit and threw him out my house. And about an hour or so later, after going through that, he ended up turning around, him and a protege of his, and planted themselves on my front porch and set up and shot me through my window.
Oh my gosh.
Hmm
Okay. Well, excuse me. So you went through that, and you went through all of the training and everything for you being visually blind and all that. Now, since you have gone through the training, we won't name the names, but the current job that you are at, is that the first job you've had since you've lost your sight?
Actually, no. It was actually my third job. My other side hustle, if you want to call that, is telemarketing, and I found a place called Jobs for the Disadvantaged back in the late '90s, early 2000s, and we sold products like brooms and mops and scissors, knife sets, different little art sculptures and things of that nature over the phone to people across the nation, air fresheners, all kinds of different items and products we sold over the phone. But it was pretty frugal for the moment, you know, and once that time ended, I lost that job and moved on and found another telemarketing job, Public Appeal Incorporated. We actually were selling stuff, selling marketing for local law enforcement like Louisiana Union of Police Association and American Association of State Troopers, things of that nature.
Okay, okay. So, having come here to Baton Rouge and be working at the current job you are at now and stuff, I mean, are you content with this type of work, or is there something else you're looking for? Have you done any, are you going out there trying to find other job opportunities?
Actually, I think I've surpassed all that. I have an entrepreneurial spirit, so I've been looking into areas and research to find other means and ways that blind people can be, fruitful and frugal, to be able an advantage point to take care of their families with a good paying job and disciplined and organized area to work, and things that are strategized and set up for people who are blind or disabled. That's what my goal is, to start an organization, actually a multi-facet company that'll be kind of like a multi-work center, doing a multifaceted things: call center, customer service, an apparel shop, food service program, obstacular laboratory where you can make put the lenses in the glasses, make glasses, woodworking framework set up like that. So I have some ideas in work I'm trying to put together now.
Okay, that's great. Great.
Yes.
Let me know. I mean, let me know. I'll be first in line with my application and stuff. And I know there's a lot of people out there who would love an opportunity. And so, I mean, it's good to see that you got yourself motivated and you've gotten yourself, from your past life to present, to better yourself and everything.
Right.
I mean, that's really totally amazing that you are doing that for yourself and for your, community. Now, as growing up, since you have been blind since '97, so I mean, I'm trying to do calculations and everything. That's
21 years,
20 some years
21
and stuff. So, I mean, have you came across a lot of obstacles in your life since then?
But of course, it was a total transition period for me, because it was a whole 180. If you really want to look at it, I went from being 20/20 vision to zero vision at all, and so of course there were some obstacles. The training helped. It was nothing but the grace of God that brought me thus far, though. Don't want to leave that out. He's first in all my areas, in every area of my life, and I keep him first, and his wisdom, his guidance has brought me thus far, and has opened up many different channels of insight and foresight towards the future, the structure, game plan for blind people to be able to move forward on in the future, surpass what we have now.
Okay, that's great. Well, who has been your main support system since you lost your vision?
Well, fundamentally, my immediate family, my mother and father, sister and nephew. I have a sister and nephew who lives in Baton Rouge directly, so I'm in constant contact with them. My parents visit every so often when they can, aside work and other ventures, and a few other friends and family along the way that God has placed in my life.
That's good. That is so good. Okay, anything else that you want to give out or say anything to the public about any advice you want to give them?
Well, the mainstream thing is, number one, you have to stay focused. Number one, accepting where you are. I think that's the main thing to get you started. It's the key motivator and driver to you moving forward, is to accept the area and condition that you're in, your environment. so that you can move forward. Because if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to deal with it circumspectively. Secondly, which may have been first, my whole ideology and principle is to trust in God in all your endeavors. No matter what you do in life, you have to trust Him to help be led and guided in the direction that He has for you to go, because it's only by His will and by His grace and mercy that we're here anyway. And none of us are here by our own merit. And so those are the main two foresights that I can give. And aside that, try to find something that you love to do and venture off into that area via education, getting a structured background in that area and field, and then going out and volunteering, getting experience in that area that you fundamentally love to do, and pursue it. The first step takes you to do it first.
Right.
If you don't do it, nobody else is going to do it for you.
Okay, that's great. Well, Marcus, I wish you best of luck in your endeavors and everything. I hope that the things that you're working on now come through, and that if there's anything that we can do as the Parker Daniels Show, please let us know and everything. We would love to help you out in any way that we possibly can.
Most definitely.
And everything. And as for the viewers, y'all need to check this out. Look at these shows, and so hit that subscribe button, share it, like it. I think that's what Anthony tells me to say. But mainly subscribe. That way you will get the notifications every time we post on YouTube, so that you can be watching and listening and viewing some of these great interviews of people that we're talking to and everything. This is what we're about. We want to inform society of the struggles, the accomplishments, and our achievements that we are making as somebody who is disabled, somebody who is handicapped, or however y'all want to, label us as. Since I am fairly new to the totally blind thing, I don't know the correct termination of how people want to be labeled as. I mean, is it disabled? Would you rather be called disabled, handicapped, blind?
I just think we all have physical conditions. Everybody has a physical condition.
And stuff. But this is what we're about, though. Reach out to us. We have a Yahoo mail. It's Parker Daniels 2018 at yahoo.com. Write to us, send us your bio. We would love to have you on the show. If you have something to say, you can write us questions and we will address them on this show and everything. Anthony has a Twitter and Instagram page. I think that's what it's called. I don't know all this lingo. He's my tech guy. I don't know. Check us out on Facebook. It's also at the Parker Daniels Show. And of course, right here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Marcus, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate you guys.
You keep up, what you're doing and stuff. You have a strong spirit. I
Yes,
can
ma'am.
feel it and everything. And I wish you the best.
Thank you so much. And I'll be looking forward to future endeavors with you guys in the future.
Okay, great. This is Kim, co-host of the Parker Daniels Show. Anthony, my co-host, says hello to everybody. I'm sure he does. And we're out, and talk to you soon.